say the spread.
You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. But an ass back, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ay. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Switch not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Ay, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Austin Desperados and the London Monarchs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Ready, 30 base.
On first down, Daly. It's brought in by Harris. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to air one out, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Check 24. Red 80. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Red 80. Get wide.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 15 and a first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 15 now. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And he will have a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. This is Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. 2nd and 1. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
To throw on 2nd down. Daly, he gets it complete to Harris. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll get this out wide. It's Nelson with it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. And logo. Back. Protein spill. Hey, orbit. Fire.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daly, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On fourth down, Daly. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down.
Ready.
Mike 29. Target.
General West.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Hurry up. Go.
From the red zone now, they look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 5-5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Shoot. Red 80.
Switch.
Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Tighten up.
Red 80.
Darnold from the gun. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch on that one for Kelsey, and it's a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Check in. Come to what work. We won.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a handoff looking right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Darnold. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Everyone's got four down. Check safety.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Fights through, and now a crease. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Watch the whip. Check 52.
Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Nice hit, boy.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Darnold down to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
Safety's creeping. Undercut. 95, Mike, 195. Get that quarterback.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Lady, pick me up. Here we go. 95, Mike. 195. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off. Hey, 80. Check.
After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It leads to second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Strong left. Even. 4 down. Even. He's no 80. He's checking. Crash. Jim. Lady. Check it back.
Hey, seam 6.
Rush 6.
Darnold. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
He's coming. Check in.
Go.
Mike 28. Watch twist. Hey, switch gears.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They're going to try and throw. It's caught. Nelson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Operating from the gun. Daly going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 33 yards that time. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf. Let's get that ball. 80 weapon. Check three, go.
From the gun, Daly. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Hey, give me something.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Go get him.
on third down. Here's Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. The Bills have taken the lead in that game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in London, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Daly. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, 5, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously cost them.
But they can't afford to just bunker.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Coming after you. Check your heart rate. Check 25.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
I'm here all day. I'm here today.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw. Daly. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. On 1st and 10, Daly. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
70, Indy, 61, matchbox, fight.
Off the play fake. Daly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Looking to throw. Daly. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 45. And now off to the races down the right side. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Off play action. Daly is going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just touched on the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Check 50. Check 50.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now it's Darnold. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
To throw on 3rd down. Daly. It's brought in by Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Go!
Throwing on first down. Daly. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Now the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme. I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for our visitors, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home team here, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here.